Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the Qwen Image 2512 Turbo. This is a new update to the Qwen Image 2512. And as you can see, I'm using the Turbo here. I can generate images with only 4 steps, and it takes about 11 seconds to generate an image. This is actually faster than the Z Turbo model for me. Here is the model card page, and they mention here that you can do 4 steps. You can also do 8 steps if you need that extra detail. It says here that it is 20x faster than the Qwen Image 2512, the base model, and they were able to generate 4 images with 2K resolution with only 5 seconds. When it comes to consumer GPU, this is going to be slightly longer. As you can see, on my system, this is about 11 seconds. And they have a lot of showcases here comparing the original 40 steps with the LoRa version 1 and the LoRa version 2 here, which is 4 steps. There's also the 8 steps down below. Now, of course, I've done a couple of generation, and you can see one here that I've done, and the realistic version of it is really nice. So the person came out really well. The hair, the eyes are really well done. So here are a couple of examples. I'm going to compare it with the Qwen Image 2512, the base version. On the left side, it's the base. On the right side, it's the turbo version. And as you can see, it's pretty close between the 50 steps on the left side compared to 4 steps on the right side. By the way, on the left side, it takes about 5 to 6 minutes to generate an image compared to the right side, the turbo version, which is only a few seconds. Now, in terms of the quality, they are pretty much the same. I still prefer the 50 steps as it has higher detail and slightly more polish as a final image. This one feels like it needs extra post-processing afterwards. Here's another one. So these are all the prompts I've tested in my previous video. So if you have not watched it, I'm going to have a link to that video. And as you can see, the quality is pretty much the same. And this one, we have kind of like missed focus, but still here, it's pretty much the same. In terms of person, realistic, natural features, they are very close. Left side is base, right side is the turbo. Now, as you can see, it's pretty much the same image. When it comes to the natural landscape photography, this is where I found out that the 50 steps is way better compared to the 4 steps. The 4 steps remind me of the Lightning LoRa, and it's pretty much the same quality. While the grass here, the leaves, they are quite realistic. The water is not quite as realistic as the 50 steps version. Now, in terms of fur, 50 steps is going to outperform it, but it gets quite close. If these were not side by side and I was looking at just the turbo version, it's quite realistic, the fur, and it's quite wet as well. Not as wet as in this version though. When it comes to text generation, it gets everything right. It even got the subtitle right, which the Lightning version of the workflow was not able to do correctly. In this one, the turbo version was able to do it. Same thing when it comes to complex prompt, was able to get the text onto a complex image. And these two are very close when it comes to the text. There's slight differences between the color of the neon light here. Other than that, the text was generated pretty well in both. So I think the turbo model is a very capable model when it comes to generating these images. Now, as a final test, I've tried a very complex prompt where I had direction for each individual grid. So I did a 3x3, 9 grid in total, and left side here is the 50 steps, right side is the turbo version at only 4 steps. As you can see, the left side one is cleaner simply because we don't have these numbers. But if you ignore the numbers, you can see it got all the elements exactly the same. We have the cat, it's right there. The eye, I think it's more realistic in the base 50 step version compared to this one. And instead of giving me a human eye, it gave me like a cat eye, I'm guessing. Otherwise, every other element was generated correctly. So despite just using 4 steps, it's still able to maintain the high level of accuracy when it comes to the prompt. Now comparing this to the Z Image Turbo model, both model can do pretty much the same. Now it's just your preference which one you'd like to use. I'm still using the Z Image Turbo model for most of my tasks, but I will try to switch to the Qwen Turbo version and see how that affects my workflow. Alright, so that was a quick update on the Qwen Image 2512 Turbo LoRa. If you do try this LoRa, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Until the very end, have a nice day. Take care. I will see you next time.